Hello everyone, welcome. And if you're new to Pigments of Life, my name is Adelina and I do DIY videos, painting tutorials, and just everyday's life adventure. Today's project, what we're going to do is, I know it's still kind of early, it not even being October, but I thought that I would do my first Christmas DIY. So what I'm going to attempt to do is a Grinch wreath. So what you're going to need is one of those jack-o'-lanterns with the witch hat that has the tinsel on it. You're going to need some red felt. You're going to need some zip ties. Also, a Santa Claus hat. I did get this one from Walmart. It was 97 cents. They are already selling their Santa hats. I did go ahead and get one of the larger styrofoam balls from the dollar store, and I went ahead and painted it a greenish lime. Yeah, I would say it's kind of like a lime green. I kind of mixed the lime and the dark green together and it gave me this color. And you're also going to need 2.5 rolls of the loop yarn. Now I did purchase this from Temu, and the reason why I did that was because it is so much cheaper on there. Even at Walmart, just one of these was like $9. So I went ahead and ordered 4 of them from Temu, and it was only $15. You're going to need the wire cutters and a pair of scissors and a couple of cotton balls, because we're going to make something with this felt, and then we're going to stuff it with maybe I'm going to say 3 or 4 cotton balls. I believe that is all we're going to need. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take this tinsel off of this frame. And I did go ahead and already do that. So this is what it looks like without the tinsel. So I did go ahead and remove all that tinsel. And since we already have the hat made, we don't have to worry about that. What we're going to do is the beard. And I'm going to show you how we do the beard. So you're going to take your loop string. I did get green. I wanted a lime green, but they didn't have it, so I did go ahead and just get this darker green. But I think it'll still look really nice. So I did cut the loop yarn 12 inches. And you don't want to stretch it. You kind of just want it relaxed. And then you're going to cut 12 inches. And you're going to cut in between the loops. Don't cut too close to one side or the other, because then that loop will disappear. So you're going to kind of cut in between the 2 loops. That way they won't mess up. Because if you cut them too close, then this is what happens. See, that loop goes away and it's just a straight string. You don't really want that. You want the loop. So, but if that does happen, what I've been doing is I put a little dab of glue, and then I take the end of that loop that just came out and I kind of just put it on top of the glue, and there you go. You have your loop back. Because that loop is what really gives the beard its fullness. So you're going to use 2 whole one of these, and then maybe I'm going to say 3 or 4 strands of a third one. And I did purchase 4 because I didn't know how many I was going to need. So what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and cut 2 of these at 12 inches. And then the third one, you're going to probably cut 4 more strands of 12 inches, and then that should cover this whole frame, the bottom frame, that's gonna produce the Grinch beard. So I'm gonna show you a couple of them. So I'm gonna cut, let's see, so 12. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to start this, start the beard on the frame. Okay, so you're going to take one of these one of the strands of the loop string, and you're going to go ahead and fold it in half even, and then you're going to take your zip tie and you're going to put it in the middle there, and you're going to start, you're going to want to go, we're going to fill all this, the bottom, the first bottom row, the second, the third, and the fourth. But the fourth, you're not going to fill it up all the way like you're going to do the other three. So you're going to start at the end here. So at the end, at the corner of the bottom of the frame, you're going to kind of put it to the side like this, and then you're going to zip tie it. See, I'm just zip tying it. And make sure that it's where you want it to be, because you can't move these back and forth to adjust them. Once you zip tie it, that's where it's going to stay. So I'm going to put it on the side here, my first strand, like that to the side, and then I'm going to zip tie it. Then I'm going to pull it to the back, and I'm going to cut that excess off. Okay, so we got one, it's to the side. You see that? Because you want the side covered. Now, the next one is, the next strands that we're going to do is we're going to take two strands, fold them evenly, one, and then you're going to take another strand, and you're going to put them together, and they're folded evenly, and you're going to take a zip tie, and you're going to put it right there in the middle, and you're going to put it on that same little section that you put the first one. You're going to put it a little bit down from that, and then you're going to do your zip tie, and maybe like right there. There. Okay, pull it to the back. Okay, that's the beginning. See that? And then you're going to take two more, fold it in half, fold it in half, take a zip tie, go ahead and put it in the middle there, and then you're going to put this one closer to where the frame ends, that little section, where that little section ends, you're going to put it in there. Whoops. Push it to the back. And there you go. Okay, that's your beginning. So basically what you're going to do is, the whole thing is going to go like this. You're going to take one strand, when you start a new section, you're going to put one strand on the side. And then you're going to take two bundles. See, one bundle, two bundle, and each bundle has two loopy strings in it. And so you're going to do the one loopy string, and you're going to zip tie it to the side, and then you're going to do the next bundle of 2, zip tie it here, and the next bundle of 2 and zip tie it here. So basically each one is going to have, the corners are going to have 5 loopy strings total. 1 on the side, and then 2 pairs of 2s. So on the bottom it's basically going to be 4, and then on the side you're going to put 4, and then the 1 on the side, and then 1 on the side, and then the 2 pairs of 2s. So it's basically going to be, you're only going to use 4 strands. 4 strands, but if you're doing the side, you're going to put an extra strand. You're going to put the 4 strands, but then 1 strand extra on the side here, because you're trying to cover the side of the frame. And you're just going to keep doing that. If you want me to show you, I'll do this side, I'll do one more little section, square section. So I'm going to cut them 12 inches, cut them in the middle of the loops. That's 1. I know I'm going to need 4 for the next one. 2. 3. And then 4. Cutting in the middle of the loops. You don't want to lose the loops. Okay, so now I have 4 of the loop yarn strands. So my next one isn't a side, so I know I'm only going to need 4 strands, which are these 4. So we're going to fold it in the middle even, fold it in the middle even, put them together, get a zip tie, put it in the middle of the loops, and then you're going to put it on the bottom here. And zip tie it. Okay. Your other 2 strands, fold it in the middle, fold it in the middle. Take your zip tie, try to put it in between 2 loops, and it goes on the bottom. And there's your 4 strands. Those are your 4 strands for your next section. Pull them to the back, flip it, and you're going to cut it. Cut the excess off of your zip ties. Okay, there you go. It's starting. See that? So the next one would be 4 more, 2 bundles. And then this one would be the 2 bundles, 4 strands, and then the 1 extra strand by itself, because you're going to put it over here, because you're going to try to cover here. Because when you put it to the side, look, it kind of just falls. See how that falls? And it just covers the side of that. And you're just going to keep going. This is going to take 5 strands, 4, 4, 5. 5 strands, 4, 4, 5. Now, on the top, you're going to do the 1 strand, but you're only going to do just the top one. You're going to do 1 strand and then 1 bundle of 2s. And then over here, you're going to do a bundle of 2s. And you're going to try to put it in the more, this one goes more to the left, this one goes more to the right, because this nose that I already painted green is going to go right here. So you're going to put a bundle of 2 here, and then a bundle of 2 here, and then 1 here hanging. So everything is 2 bundles, which equals 4 strands in the middle, except for the very tippy top, right under the hat, where the nose is. You're going to put 1 strand of 2 I'm sorry, one bundle of 2 strands here, one bundle of 2 strands here, and then the one strand that goes on the side. One strand goes on the side, and then you're going to do a bundle of 2, a bundle of 2, and that's it. But everything else is the 4. Okay? So you're going to keep doing this. So I did go ahead off the camera, and I did go ahead and finish it. This is what it looks like. It's nice and full. And look, this is what I was talking about. Let me try to. Now you see in the middle there, I made sure I put these. Look, it's one bundle, but with 2 strands, and I made sure I put it all the way to the side, and this one all the way to the side, so the nose can go right here. You see that? And then we could just work it around the nose. See how we do that? So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, and we can go ahead and put that nose in there now. So you're going to generously put some glue on the bottom of that nose, and make sure you take all the loop string out of the way, and you're gonna basically glue it to the frame like that. Just hold it there for a minute. There you go. Okay, so now that's going to dry a little bit. What we're going to do with this red felt is we're going to make a heart. Let's put this to the side a little bit. We're going to go ahead and make a heart because I don't know if most of you probably have seen the movie or the cartoon, The Grinch. You know how they say his heart was 2 sizes too small, and it shows kind of like a misshaped heart. Well, we're going to try to do kind of like a little misshaped heart, and we're going to stuff it, just stuff it with the cotton balls, and we're going to kind of glue it like right here, his heart. I just thought that'd be a cute embellishment. Since the Grinch has no embellishments on his hat or anything, I just thought that would be cute. And how basically how I cut the heart was I just folded it over twice like this. So I basically folded it once and then folded it twice like that. And then what you're going to do is now you can take a pen or a marker or one of those material chalk pens, and you can just draw your heart. You're basically just going to draw a heart like this. And you're going to cut it out. And then when you cut it out, it's going to have 2 sides to the heart. I'll go ahead and do one for you. I did go ahead and make one off camera, but I'll show you how I did it. So I'm just kind of cutting my heart, because remember, we don't want this heart to be perfect, because the Grinch's heart is not perfect. So we're just kind of like, just cutting a heart like we used to. And I know when I was like in middle school, we always used to cut little hearts out in art class. So this heart is a little bit too big. Let's go ahead and make it a little bit smaller. And there you go. Okay, so I used a piece that was already cut, unfortunately, but you guys kind of get the gist of it. And what I did was I'm going to show you, even though this is kind of cut out, I didn't know that was cut out because I already did a heart. So what you're going to do is you're going to glue the edges. Just going to glue the edges. You're not going to put too much glue, just a little bit around the edges, just the edges, because you're going to flip this. And because, you know, I only have half a heart, because I used some leftover felt, make sure that's glued good. And then you're just going to grab it on the end, make sure the glue, and then you're just going to flip the, you know, you're going to flip it. See? And then you're going to just go ahead and the part that wasn't glued, you're going to just the edges like that. And you're just going to kind of glue it and then pretend like this is this is a whole heart. And then I just took some cotton balls and I just stuffed it. And after I stuffed it, I went ahead and glued the rest of the heart together. And then and it's really that easy. And like I said, I did do a heart off camera, and this is my heart. See, it's a little bit unperfect, like the Grinch. Okay, so we did our heart, we glued our nose, and now we're going to take our Santa hat that was store-bought. I usually like to make all my own stuff, but I thought, why not just use a hat that's already done? So, believe it or not, I like my hat a little bit puffy. We're just going to put it in there like this. Okay, just let it, make sure it just goes down to where the end of the hat is, you know, where the witch's hat was. You're just going to go down to all the way down there, and you're going to kind of like see how it looks around the nose. See, we're just going to want to do it kind of like that. So I'm going to want to put this down a little bit, maybe like this, like that. So I'm going to just do a little dab of glue right there. You don't have to do this, but I like my hat folded a little bit like that. And I like my hat up here a little bit puffy instead of flat. So I do have endless supply of Walmart bags. You could stuff it also with stuffing, but I don't have any right now. So I'm just going to go on the side here. And I'm going to kind of stuff it a little bit so it could pop out like that. And like I said, you don't have to do this. I just like mine a little bit stuffed. Let me get that last bag, sorry. And I'll go ahead and flip this over. Well, you don't want to stuff the back, I just remembered, because this is good. This is a wreath. So if you stuff it, it's only going to be on the front. So I've made that mistake before. Okay, so now you're going to pull all your yarn down. And so let me see here. So the hat is a little bit big on the side, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull this side back a little bit, and I'm going to flip it and just glue that side down. Like that. And then I'm going to glue the back of this like that. There you go. And I'm going to flip it back. And then I'm going to do this side the same way I did the other, like that. We can go ahead and do the nose too, on the hat, like that. push this side back a little bit. And then flip it back. Okay, let's put that a little bit up more like that, so we can definitely see that nice big green nose. Okay, and now our one embellishment, because Grinch doesn't really have any embellishments on his hat, we're going to go ahead and pick a perfect spot for his heart that is too small for his body. And we're going to kind of just glue it on there. Let's see, let's do this side. I think they're both the same. I'm just really picky. So we're going to kind of put glue around the heart like that, and we're just going to kind of just lay it on top. Okay, and there you have it. Now that was easy and fast. Now it does take some time putting all the little loop strings on here, but just sit in front of the TV, watch your favorite show, and it shouldn't take more, I would say, more than 10-15 minutes the most. And there you have your Grinch, your little Grinch wreath. And also you can just put one of these in the back, so you can go ahead and put it on your front door. There you go. Well, I really hope you enjoyed this video. And if you haven't already subscribed, please do so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. Until our next creative rendezvous, stay inspired.